Cyrus the Great founded the Achaemenid Empire in the 6th century BCE, uniting Persia through military skill and diplomacy. Unlike other conquerors, he valued tolerance, allowing diverse cultures to coexist and issuing the Cyrus Cylinder, an early declaration of human rights. His empire flourished through efficient governance, infrastructure, and a formidable military, including the elite immortals. Even after his death, his principles shaped future Persian rulers and influenced global leadership. His legacy of multiculturalism, respect, and innovation remains a cornerstone of Persian identity. Let's travel to the history. Imagine a vast land of golden deserts, rugged mountains, and fertile valleys stretching as far as the eye can see. This is ancient Persia, a place where tribes and small kingdoms constantly rose and fell under the pressures of war, survival, and conquest. Around the 6th century BCE, in a part of Persia known as Anshan, a leader named Cyrus was born, destined to rise above the limitations of his land and his time. Cyrus came from a line of regional kings, yet he envisioned something far greater than the small kingdoms of his ancestors. Despite his upbringing in an era dominated by powerful empires like Babylon and Assyria, Cyrus dreamed of uniting the diverse peoples of Persia under a banner of shared respect and stability. This was a groundbreaking concept at a time when empires expanded largely through fear, conquest, and the subjugation of conquered peoples. As Cyrus grew older, he developed a reputation for both his wisdom and his compassion. Legends describe him as a king with the heart of a warrior and the mind of a statesman. His charisma and vision united disparate Persian tribes under his rule, forming a powerful coalition that would become the foundation of the Achaemenid Empire. But Cyrus didn't stop there. He knew that if Persia was to thrive, it had to expand and secure its borders from powerful neighboring empires. Thus began Cyrus's campaign to build a kingdom unlike any other. With a carefully trained army and strategic alliances, he challenged the mighty empire of the Medes. At the time, the Medes were seen as an insurmountable power, ruling over much of what we now consider Western Iran. But through both military might and careful diplomacy, Cyrus defeated the Median king, Astyages, around 550 BCE. This victory was the first major step in uniting Persia, and it allowed Cyrus to turn his attention toward the rest of the known world. After uniting Persia and the Medes, Cyrus set his sights on the rich and powerful kingdom of Lydia, located in what is now modern-day Turkey. Lydia was known for its wealth, particularly in gold, and its leader, King Croesus, was renowned for his opulence. But Cyrus wasn't driven solely by the desire for wealth. He understood that Lydia's prosperity and strategic location would bolster Persia's economy and influence. In a bold military campaign, Cyrus defeated Croesus, securing Lydia's riches and resources for his growing empire. What made Cyrus's conquests unique was not just their scope but their spirit. Unlike most conquerors of his time, Cyrus was known for his respect for the traditions, religions, and rights of the people he conquered. He believed that a truly powerful empire was one where people lived in harmony, free to practice their own faiths and customs. This philosophy is famously captured in the Cyrus Cylinder, often considered one of the earliest declarations of human rights. After conquering Babylon in 539 BCE, Cyrus issued the Cyrus Cylinder, which proclaimed freedom for slaves, the right to worship freely, and respect for the diverse cultures under his rule. In a particularly symbolic act of goodwill, Cyrus allowed the Jewish people, who had been exiled and enslaved by Babylonian rulers, to return to their homeland in Jerusalem. This act was commemorated in the Bible, establishing Cyrus as not just a Persian hero, but as a liberator in the eyes of many cultures. The idea that a conqueror could show such mercy and respect was revolutionary, setting a new standard for leadership in the ancient world. Cyrus's empire was now vast, stretching from the Aegean Sea in the west to the Indus River in the east. To govern this massive territory, he instituted a system that would become a model for empires to come. The empire was divided into provinces, or satrapies, each ruled by a governor, known as a satrap. These satraps had local authority but were accountable to the central government. This balance of local autonomy with centralized oversight helped maintain stability across the empire. Cyrus also established efficient communication routes, the most famous of which would later be known as the Royal Road. This vast network of roads and relay stations allowed messages and goods to travel across the empire quickly, connecting distant regions and fostering a sense of unity among the empire's diverse peoples. The road system laid the groundwork for trade and communication that would make Persia a powerful cultural and economic hub for centuries. Of course, such a vast empire required a powerful military to defend its borders and ensure peace within them. The Persian army under Cyrus was formidable, both in numbers and in organization. Persian soldiers were known for their discipline and bravery, and the empire's military strategies were ahead of their time. Soldiers from different regions of the empire brought unique skills to the battlefield, from archery to cavalry. The diversity of the Persian army made it adaptable and resilient, capable of facing a wide range of challenges. One of the most effective components of the Persian military was its elite unit known as the Immortals. This was a unit of 10,000 highly trained soldiers who served as the backbone of the army. Their name, Immortals, came from the fact that their numbers were always maintained at 10,000. If one soldier fell, another immediately took his place. This constant replenishment gave the impression that the unit was unbreakable and invincible, a powerful psychological tool in both warfare and diplomacy. Cyrus ruled until his death around 530 BCE, leaving behind a legacy that would echo through history. His philosophy of tolerance, his respect for different cultures, and his groundbreaking approach to governance established him as one of the greatest leaders of the ancient world. His empire laid the foundation for a cultural and political tradition that would continue under his successors, including his son Cambyses and later Darius the Great. Even after Cyrus's death, the principles he set continued to shape the Achaemenid Empire. His approach to leadership was a model for future rulers in Persia and beyond, influencing not only the way empires governed but also the way they were perceived. The respect he showed for diversity and human rights was rare for his time and remains remarkable even today. The Achaemenid Empire, under Cyrus's founding vision, stood as a beacon of innovation, compassion, and strength in the ancient world. It would survive for over 2 centuries until Alexander the Great's conquest in 330 BCE, but even after its fall, the legacy of Cyrus and his empire lived on. The values of tolerance, multiculturalism, and respect for human rights that Cyrus championed became cornerstones of Persian identity, echoed in subsequent Iranian dynasties and cherished by the Persian people as part of their ancient heritage. Cyrus the Great's story is one of unparalleled vision and humanity. He was a conqueror who wielded power with wisdom, a ruler who governed with fairness, and a man who believed in the dignity of all people. His reign marked the beginning of a new era in world history, where empires were built not solely on the strength of their armies but on the strength of their ideals. The Cyrus Cylinder, now housed in the British Museum, serves as a lasting reminder of his commitment to these principles. As we look back on the history of Persia, we see that Cyrus was more than just the founder of the Achaemenid Empire. He was the architect of an idea, that empires could be built on respect, that people from all walks of life could live together in harmony, and that true power lies in compassion.